Welcome to the 7th episode of our series, Entertainment and Leadership.
In the previous episode, we talked about the importance of managing people and how to adapt our activities and leadership styles to different generations. If you haven't listened to it yet, I encourage you to check it out because it's key to understanding how to connect effectively with both our teams and our guests.
Today, we're diving into a topic directly related to that, managing emotions in different generations.
Because yes, each generation experiences, expresses, and handles emotions differently.
And as leaders, we need to learn to adapt. So how can we better understand Generation X, Millennials, and Generation Z?
Let's find out.
Let's start with something fundamental. Emotions are an essential part of who we are as humans.
They help us make decisions, connect with others.
And of course, they can also complicate things if we don't know how to manage them well.
That said, each generation has grown up in a different context that influences how they perceive and express their emotions.
For example, Generation X, those born between 1965 and 1980, grew up during significant changes like globalization and economic crises. They're resilient and tend to be self-reliant.
They prefer to solve problems on their own before opening up emotionally. In a crisis, they look for clear facts and practical solutions.
Sound familiar? That's probably because this generation values direct communication without too much emotional nuance. If you need to help them, the best approach is to be clear, honest, and give them space to process.
Here's a personal reflection.
I've seen how this generation thrives when we trust them to handle situations their way.
Sometimes less is more with them. Next, we have Millennials, the generation born between 1981 and 1996. They grew up in the digital age and have a more open relationship with their emotions. They like to share how they feel, whether with friends, family, or even on social media. In a crisis, they seek empathy and emotional support.
They want to feel heard, validated, and involved in finding a solution.
As leaders, it's crucial to provide them with a safe space to express themselves. For example, in a work team, if a millennial has an issue, they're likely to expect you to ask.
Finally, we come to Generation Z, those born between 1997 and 2012.
These individuals have grown up in a hyper-connected world where technology is part of their everyday lives.
They're open about their emotions, especially on digital platforms. But here's something interesting. This generation is highly aware of their mental and emotional health.
In a crisis, they value a quick and empathetic response, and they're often more comfortable expressing themselves through messages or apps than face-to-face. However, constant access to information and social media can also overwhelm them. Did you know that over 60% of this generation has experienced high levels of stress due to social media pressures?
As leaders, we need to help them slow down, find moments of calm and disconnect from the digital world when necessary. Something as simple as offering a quiet space or a mindfulness activity can make a big difference.
In summary, the key to managing the emotions of different generations lies in adapting to their styles and needs.
With Generation X, it's essential to respect their space and be clear and practical. Millennials need empathy and emotional validation, while Generation Z values speed, empathy, and digital tools to handle their emotions. Here's a question for you to reflect on. How do you manage emotions within your teams or with your guests?
What strategies work best to connect with them? In the end, managing emotions isn't just a professional skill, it's a tool for human connection. Thank you for joining us for this episode. In the next chapter, we'll discuss how to build a team, how to create a united group that not only works together, but grows together.
Because in the end, a leader's true strength lies in the team surrounding them.
See you soon.
Until next time.
I'll be back.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?